Hey guys, how's it going? I'm sitting here sort of waiting for the Snowmageddon to hit and just feeling really good about where I've been lately, the place that I've been, and my ability to connect with people. I feel like it's growing and we're connecting on a deeper, more real level and it's funny just in saying that, like, I very rarely have a superficial conversation with anyone anymore, like I never, I never talk about like the weather with people and, just those little small chat things that people tend to do when they're nervous and, they don't know what to say to other people. And I've been doing these, videos and lives without a lot of prep, without any prep. I mean, I'm just kind of feeling inspired to share, and then I'm hopping on. And one thing that has shown itself to me a couple times in the last week is just people being able to tune into their intuition in terms of their healthcare and finding really solid answers and support there. And in one instance, somebody's describing it to me. I was asking them, just how their journey's going with oils, and they were saying, it's great, I had this problem here, and my mind kept telling me, like, oh, it's this. And then I tried the oils for that, and it worked. And the symptoms lined up with that particular thing, and so they tried the oils associated with that. And in that moment, I said to this person, I said, isn't that amazing that your body knew exactly what it was, and it told you? It told you the correct answer. That's incredible, right? And stop and think about that for a moment. You have this pain in your body, and you're not sure what it is, and your body is telling you, through your mind, it's this, it's this, it's this. And this person listened, and they found the answer very quickly. And I had the exact same experience with another person, again, the same week. They said, I kept having a feeling that it was this, and that's what it was. And actually, it was Marta. It was one of my good friends. She has, has been diagnosed with thyroid issues. Sorry, Marta, I don't mean to be calling you out. But I mean, we're pretty close, right? And we work together. So I don't know. Hopefully she's okay with me sharing that. But, she's like, I started feeling like maybe that wasn't the whole issue. And she started looking into adrenal fatigue. And those symptoms of adrenal fatigue are really lining up with, the things that she has, that the thyroid stuff hasn't been taken care of, right? She's even been using a rollerball for the thyroid and hasn't seen a huge difference. And, so she'll try now, answering to the adrenal fatigue sort of unofficial diagnosis. But the whole point is that our bodies really do know what's going on, don't they? I mean, how often are you fighting and in conflict with what your body is saying in terms of, it's telling you, I think it's this, I think it's this, I think it's this. And are we listening? Are we answering that concern, that call? Are we in tune enough with our intuition? Because this is something that, has meant a lot to me for a long time. I actually had an experience where I went camping by myself. I was dating someone, this was years and years ago. I was dating someone and we broke up before this trip that we'd booked to a really nice campsite on the waterfront up north near Sudbury. It was like a 4-hour drive. And I was like, well, I'm going. I'll set up 2 chairs. I'll make it look like, I'm not there by myself just for safety reasons. And I was followed back to my campsite. I went down to the general store, and there was a real creepy dude who I could, was just looking at me in this strange way. And I went out to my car, and then he went out to his, and the whole way back to the campsite, he was following me. And this was clearly a local, like this was not a camper. Anyway, so as I was pulling into my campsite, I thought, okay, he's not behind me anymore. And just then I see the truck pulling in behind me. So I didn't go to my campsite. I went around to another site, and I kind of like peered through the bushes just to kind of see what was happening. And he pulled up in this little roundabout that the 4 sites, one of which I was on. And he got out of his truck and he went to the waterfront and he sat there for like not even a minute. He got back in his truck and left. I thought that was really strange, you know, who comes out to sit at this, you know, peninsula for like 30 seconds. So I felt really strongly that that was a situation that I needed to pay attention to. And, you know, I stayed for dinner that night. I packed up my stuff and I left because I wasn't comfortable spending the last night there. I spent 2 nights there by myself, and then that happened on the 3rd day. I wasn't comfortable with staying that 3rd night. I thought, just in case, you know, I don't want someone coming back here looking for me. And I left. And I've always looked at that as a moment when I knew that my gut would never lead me astray. I knew that my intuition was telling me that something wasn't right about that situation, and I followed it immediately. And I think it served me really, really well. And we'll never know, you know, if that was something that I really needed to be concerned about or whether it was nothing. But that was the first moment, I think, that I realized there was something really intense and sincere going on with intuition. And these 2 experiences that people have shared with me this week have reminded me that it goes further than that too. It's not just warning us of danger in an external situation, but our body will also tell us what's going on inside, right? And if we just tune in and listen to that, we really have nothing to lose, right? And I think oftentimes this goes against maybe a traditional diagnosis that we've been given. And I think we really have nothing to lose trying, you know, natural alternatives to fix what we think it might be. And trying to live a healthier life in order to eliminate those possibilities. So I just wanted to share, you know, these feelings and thoughts that I was having and experiences that I've had with people sharing their intuition with me, and how I think that that's something that is super important that we all do if we care about, you know, coming into alignment with our body and understanding what's going on and taking care of ourselves at the optimal level, you know, to up-level our health and wellness, because the answers are all there within us. We just have to listen. Awesome. And thanks so much for sharing, guys. I really enjoy and appreciate all of the opportunities that I've had to connect with the people, with the community that's growing around me on this oil journey. So thank you so much.